The Mafia series has become synonymous with fantastic storytelling. With Mafia Definitive Edition launching last September, many people finally got to experience the story of Tommy Angelo and the Salieri gang. But how does it compare to those of Vito Scaletta and Lincoln Clay? Well, join me as we explore which Mafia game has the best story. Spoilers for all three games, obviously. The black sheep of the series. I could rant for 5 to 10 minutes about the poor mission design that plagued this game, and I did in my Mafia 3 video, which I would unbiasedly recommend. But this is about the story. Lincoln Clay is a complete badass, who essentially dismantles an entire family in order to exact revenge on those who murdered his, ruthlessly killing anybody who gets in his way. The presentation of the story is top notch. It's a documentary style format, and who doesn't love those true crime documentaries our society are obsessed with? At the start of the game you're like, wow, who is this Lincoln Clay? What did he do that made him deserve his own documentary? Well, as you play out this gruesome tale, you'll find out. One of the best openings in gaming history sees a betrayal that leads to your family executed and a scar on your head. Lincoln is a character that doesn't really develop all that much as the story progresses. He has one goal, which never changes, and then he completes it. Game over. It's a fairly fun time, but the documentary style does a great job of masking that outside the opening and the closing few hours, not many things actually happen in between. It's not a bad story, but the other two are far superior. I will be mainly referring to the Definitive Edition as that's the one I've played. Mafia 1 could very easily have been my number one pick, but it just falls short in areas where Mafia 2 excels. But first, let's talk about the good stuff. You identify with Tommy Angelo almost immediately, as medias res is used expertly to make you wonder how Tommy got into this situation, and how you think he's going to get out of it. There are some fantastic characters here too. Salieri is a convincing leader, and Paulie and Sam act as brilliant members of the family. So why isn't it number one? Well, you can watch my video titled Mafia Definitive Edition, missed a glorious opportunity for more depth, but essentially, the relationships between Tommy and any of the supporting cast weren't explored anywhere close to the extent that they should have. Tommy makes decisions in the game out of fear for his family getting hurt, but we spend a combined 15 to 20 minutes with his family for the entirety of the game. How are we supposed to feel that the stakes are as high as they are when we barely know his wife? Paulie and Sam were great, but we needed more missions with them. Similar to the mission in the barn, though maybe not quite as dramatic. Just small, ultimately inconsequential missions that just drip feed us little cues that let us know that these guys are like brothers. That would make Paulie's death and Sam's betrayal much more impactful and emotional. The bones were there to create something special, but they just couldn't flesh it out. Ding ding ding, we have a winner. Mafia 2 did everything that Mafia 1 didn't. Joe Barbaro is everything you could possibly want out of a supporting character. In fact, he made my list for best video game sidekicks. That's how much I love him. I mean, yeah, he's a piece of shit, but so is everybody in this game. We're in the damn Mafia, for crying out loud. We aren't playing these games in the hopes of finding good people. We're doing it to find charismatic characters to do gang shit and all that. Mafia 2 is the best. The back end of the game does feel a little bit rushed, presumably due to the cut content, but still, the story that we got is a brilliant one. Vito and Joe's relationship is shown from the outset, and it's just a small little mission where you go to a bar, then go home to see your family. It's a small mission. It doesn't really have much to do with the overall game, but it lets us meet the characters and enjoy their personalities and understand their relationship. As it's the Mafia shit goes down, and then we meet loads of other interesting characters as well, such as Henry and Leah, and you're always on the edge of your seat as things go down. The ending had my jaw on the floor. I never thought that Joe was going to betray me, and the moment where he turns his gun away from you was awesome, and made it all the more upsetting when we saw his car turn in the other direction at the end of the game, and was pretty heartbreaking, until Mafia 3 proved that he is alive. All in all, I enjoyed the Mafia 2 story the most out of the 3 games. So that's my ranking of the Mafia stories. Do you agree with these choices? Let me know in the comments what your ranking would be, as I'd love to hear from you, but for now, that's all from me. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider leaving a like, as it would be greatly appreciated, and if you want to see more content from me, then make sure to subscribe, as I upload videos just like this one every single Friday. Have a nice day, and goodbye.